Me putting Omaha on my back since I was a kid, fighting in at the Quest Center in 2006, and everybody coming out to support me as a kid, and me taking that in the ring as a professional, and every fight that I fought in, I'm repping my city and my state, Omaha, Omaha, Omaha.
Few moments later.
This is no way to treat a champion. Terrence Bud Crawford was held at gunpoint in Omaha. Let's talk about it. Terrence Bud Crawford is more than a fighter. He's more than a champion. He's Omaha's son, a three-time undisputed champion, one of the greatest boxers of this generation, and a man who just brought his entire city together in celebration. This past weekend, Crawford was honored with a parade through his hometown. Thousands of fans lined the streets, waving signs, screaming his name, and soaking in the glory of what he's accomplished. He even received the key to the city, the highest honor a community can give. But when the sun went down, that celebration turned into a nightmare.
Stepping out, seatbelt.
Step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening
off
the door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
According to reports, in the early hours of Sunday morning, Omaha police pulled over Crawford for what they called reckless driving. Officers claimed they spotted a firearm on the floorboard of the vehicle, and instead of calmly handling the situation, they drew their guns and ordered Crawford and his passengers out at gunpoint. Think about that for a second. The same man who, hours earlier, was paraded through Omaha as a hero was now standing in the middle of the night with his hands up in his own city, treated like a threat instead of the champion he is. Omaha police later confirmed that everyone in the car was legally permitted to carry firearms. Crawford wasn't arrested. He wasn't charged with a violent crime. He was cited for reckless driving. And now, both the police chief and the mayor of Omaha have ordered an internal investigation into how this stop was handled. But here's the real question. Why was it handled this way in the first place? Why does one of the greatest athletes this city has ever produced, a man fresh off a parade celebrating his legacy, end up facing down the barrels of police weapons? A hero, not a suspect. This is no way to treat a champion, period. Crawford is more than just a boxer. He's a role model. He represents Omaha every time he steps into the ring. He's put this city on the global map. He's brought pride, respect, and history back home. And yet, within hours of being celebrated as a hero, he was treated like a suspect. The optics of this are devastating. Imagine being a young kid in Omaha who looks up to Bud. You cheer for him at the parade, then you open your phone later and see footage of him being ordered out of his car at gunpoint. What message does that send? Parade by day, patrol by night. It's the contradiction that stings the most. Daytime, Crawford rides high through his city, cheered by thousands. Nighttime, Crawford is pulled over, surrounded by flashing lights, guns drawn, treated as if he were a danger. This isn't just an unfortunate misunderstanding. It's a symbol of how quickly respect can be replaced with suspicion, especially for a black man in America, even one who's the best in the world at what he does. The Omaha Police Department now says the incident is under review. That's the standard response. But an investigation doesn't erase the reality that Crawford was forced to experience something he never should have gone through. Let's be honest. If the city of Omaha can't show respect to its most decorated son, a man who literally carried the city's name onto championship belts seen around the world, then what hope does the average citizen have? If Terrence Bud Crawford can be held at gunpoint in his own hometown, what does that say about the safety and dignity of everyone else who doesn't have his platform, his fame, his money, or his influence? This is bigger than Bud. This isn't just about boxing. This isn't just about sports. This is about how communities honor and protect their heroes. It's about how policing intersects with race, fame, and respect. Bud Crawford deserved his night of glory without interruption. He deserved to go home from his parade with peace, not police lights. He deserved to be remembered for the belts he won and the pride he brought his city, not for being treated like a suspect hours after being celebrated as a king. Terrence Bud Crawford has given Omaha everything: his blood, his sweat, his legacy. He's unified divisions, dominated champions, and stood tall as a fighter who represents greatness. This weekend should have been nothing but a celebration. Instead, it ended with Bud being ordered out of his car at gunpoint, and that's unacceptable. The city owes him more than an investigation. It owes him respect. It owes him protection. It owes him acknowledgement that what happened was wrong and that it cannot happen again, because this is no way to treat a champion, not Bud Crawford, not in Omaha, not anywhere.